They bought the dip and drowned it. They held to the moon and crashed it into silence. They were rich until they weren't. This isn't just another video about crypto. This is what no one shows you on X. The losers, the breakdowns, the depths, and the guilt. These are stories behind the screenshots and the human cost of chasing a life-changing wealth. Like one guy that turned $8,000 into 1.2 million and lost it all in a week. Another guy left his job at 300,000. Now he's back to living with his parents. And a woman who flipped NFTs into a fortune. She vanished completely. But what do they all have in common? They believed and almost destroyed themselves. Stay with me, because if you've even touched crypto or thought about it, this might be the most important video you're going to watch this year. Hit that subscribe button. This is not a financial advice. This is something more valuable, the truth. First, let's talk about Alex. Alex dropped out of college. He was depressed, jobless, and stuck in his childhood bedroom in the suburbs. He spent most of the day scrolling Reddit, looking for anything that might change his life. One night at 2 AM, he saw a Telegram group hyping a new memecoin called Flocky. Everyone was posting rockets emojis. Against his better judgment, he moved $8,000, everything he had, into it. The coin exploded. Within a week, his $8,000 became $60,000, then $140,000, then $400,000. He didn't sleep. He was glued to his phone 24/7, skipping meals, losing track of time. By week 6, he had 1.2 million. He made videos on YouTube. He even drafted a tweet, made it at 24 and retired. But he never clicked send. One Sunday morning, his portfolio dropped a 99%. The devs had pulled the liquidity. His 1.2 million became $6,000. His parents never found out. He said he changed his mind about moving out. He screenshotted his portfolio at the top. Now it's just a memory and a lesson. So what have we learned here? It's not winning that makes you rich. It's knowing when to leave the table. But Mike's story is even better. Mike had been working in a cubicle for nearly a decade. The same beige walls, the same passive-aggressive emails, the same 45 minutes comment. He was always good with numbers. So when crypto took off, he took $10,000 of his savings and started trading on the side. One of his best trades, Polygon. By early 2021, he turned it into $300,000. The adrenaline, the validation, he was intoxicated. He walked into work one Friday and left his job on the spot. He tweeted a photo of his resign letter, got 10,000 likes. He traveled across Asia, posted drone shots of tropical beaches. Everyone wanted to be like him. What no one saw was the panic, the pressure, and then he began trading with leverage on KuCoin. One bad trade, then another. He stopped uploading content. His DMs dried up. 6 months later, he flew back home. His portfolio was less than $12,000. He told his parents he wanted a break from travel. He escaped the rat race, but forgot there's another race waiting in crypto. And here we must say that freedom isn't just leaving your job, it's having the foundations that you can still fall back on. Subscribe if you've ever thought of leaving your job. I would love to hear you. But let's talk about Jess. Jess was working at a digital marketing when she discovered NFTs. She fell in love with the idea of ownership, of art that lived on chain. In this early 2021, she minted 3 Bored Apes from Bored Ape Yacht Club for a round of $600. Within months, she flipped them into $350,000. She built a following on Twitter. She became a speaker of crypto panels, a role model of women in Web3. She launched an NFT creative agency, and then she overextended. She bought into Cool Cats, Pudgy Penguins, and even Pixelmon at the top. Advised the project that rocked. As the market cooled, the online love turned into sour. She received threats, accusations. One former friend made a YouTube video blaming her for the losses. Her team dissolved. Her agency folded quietly. One night, she deleted every social media profile. To this day, no one knows what happened to her. Some say she's still in Web3 under a different name. As we say, she rided the wave and vanished under it. And here we've learned that a space built on hype disappearing is easier than apologizing. And this is one of my favorites, but wait for the last one. 5 childhood friends, they survived breakups, job hunts, even started an apartment. In 2021, they decided to invest together in DeFi projects called Wonderland Time, offering over a 80,000% API through staking. They pooled their money, 10,000 each. At first, it worked. The gains were exponential. They rented a villa, filmed TikToks, built a community around their new group, calling themselves the Crypto Crew. Then came the collapse. The founder was linked to a past Ponzi scheme. Confidence evaporated. The price plumped. $10,000 under to $100. $50,000 gone in 1 week. One blamed another for pushing it. One refused to accept the loss. One ghosted the group. Their YouTube channels stopped uploading. Their group chat, once filled with memes and moon emojis, went silent. Only 2 of them still talk today. They built a crypto brand, but the price was their bond. So here we've learned that some coins recover, friendships not always. So if you've ever thought investing with friends, share this video to them. But let's talk about Luca. Luca wasn't just an investor, he was part of the movement. He discovered Axie Infinity in 2020, right before the play-to-earn gaming took off. Bought early $5,000 at 0.12. He believed in it. He spent hours helping others in Discord, became a mod, and helped build a wiki. People looked up to him. The project exploded. At its peak, his holdings were worth over $900,000. He could have sold. Everyone told him to do it. His mum asked if he could finally take a break, but Luca had a dream. He wanted to build a DAO, buy land, change lives. He held. Then came the 2022 crash. Axie dropped below $15, then 10. The community splintered. Luca kept saying, "It's just temporary." He sold everything for $17,000. Luca thought he was holding a fortune, but what he really was holding was a Daniel. Sometimes the strongest script is that one that lets go. But I must say that this one is my favorite. From 10 million to bankrupt. Eric was that crypto guy in every room. An early Ethereum buyer, bought Ethereum at $11 and he held it until 2017 crash. Bought Solana early under $1. In 2021, he crossed $10 million. He went on podcasts, spoke at conferences. Everyone called him a genius. He bought a Tesla plate, moved into a penthouse, started a Web3 found, launched a token called Metapulse, which gained early traction. And when everything was up, he got into leverage, but he didn't tell anyone how deep he was. One bad short wiped $3 million. He called it temporary. A week later, another $2 million. Then came the tax bill. 7 figures owed on gains, no longer held. He had to liquidate, sell his car, sell his found stake, and the penthouse. His final tweet, taking time off. See you soon. It's been 9 months. No one's heard one single word. He played the long game, but got buried in the short one. And here we must say that crypto can make you rich, but it doesn't teach you when to stop. Guys, these stories are real. These people are real. Crypto didn't destroy them, but what they didn't understand about risk and themselves did. There's no such a thing as easy money, just expensive lessons. So if these stories made you think, share them. Subscribe to learn what hype won't teach you. And remember, no coin is worth more than your peace of mind.